everybody! Welcome back to my channel, although for most of y'all it's probably your first time because this is one of my first videos. So in that case, hello, welcome. So I got inspired to do this piece because I was looking for music to put over time-lapse videos and I saw a really nice cover. It's this really mystical looking blue foggy background and then a more red character in the forefront, and I really liked that idea, but I figured I could exaggerate it just a bit. So I went into my planning stage, and that's what everybody is going to see on screen right now. I wrote down things that I liked about the piece, like the fact that it's red and blue, and you'll see that I accidentally misspelled blue the first time. I don't know why on earth I wrote Buell. I knew I wanted to do a character that had armor, and so in the planning stages I thought maybe a knight character, but you'll end up seeing that he doesn't really look like a European style knight, he just kind of has armor. He looks more like an anime protagonist than anything else. So I jumped into it and I actually colored the background first because I wanted to capture the mood. I started blocking in the pose at this point, just kind of giving myself a reference to work off of for what it was going to become later. And then I moved on to his face because it's my favorite part of pretty much any illustration is to do the line art for faces. Because with the faces, I can put in different expressions and determine who the character is and what their attitude is generally. For this guy, I wanted him to look kind of somber, but mostly mysterious. And I even went back to what I used to do in like 9th grade, maybe, where I was drawing a bunch of angel characters. I even thought, oh, maybe this could be like Michael the Archangel, because in Christian iconography, he typically has blue and red as his primary colors. But you'll see that I end up throwing that idea out the window because I didn't want to have to draw like 5 million feathers and still shade them. Because if I have too many things to do in an art piece, I just won't want to do it. And then I started blocking in the colors for me to shade on top of later. You'll see in a bit that I'm very detail-oriented and I end up futzing about with the armor for an obscene amount of time. For now, I'm just going to let y'all listen to some music while this is going, and I'll rejoin you once I add on a friend, because I thought he looked kind of sad and lonely, and I thought there was more story potential if there was a second character involved. Alrighty, and I'm back. I started adding in the background characters, and at this point I added in his little sidekick. It's kind of funny because even though I really liked the fact that it was mostly red and blue, after staring at it for several hours in a row, it just wasn't as interesting anymore to me. And so I added in this little golden retriever of a person. Could be like a little kid who's excitedly looking up to the mysterious swordman, because even if he's supposed to be intimidated by this character, he just thinks that this guy looks really cool. So in editing, I wanted to give them some names. For the little blonde boy, I thought of Charlie or Elliot, but then for the swordman character, I could not choose. Yeah, seriously, the best names that I could find was either Alder, Aloys, or Destrian. So those are the choices. If y'all have a better suggestion, feel free to tell me in the comments, since I can't think of anything better. As you can see, I'm adding on some rain just to add to the mood. And at this point, I started screen recording so that I could get some up close and high definition footage for adding on the highlights. I always love zooming in on his face. I think he looks really handsome. I'm adding on the reflections of the rain on his armor, and this stoic boy is nearly done. After adding on most of the finishing touches, I was still kind of unhappy that midsection didn't really look like chainmail. It just kind of looked like a fuzzy carpet. But you know, whatever. I didn't look up any tutorials, so that was my bad. Here I am adding on the finishing touches and darkening up the boy's clothing on his shoulders and other places where the rain would be hitting it because, you know, he's wearing cotton or some sort of burlap outfit. He's not wearing armor. In fact, he kind of looks like little baby Anakin Skywalker from the first Star Wars movie, and that was totally unintentional, but a welcome accident. Alright everybody, thank you for joining me, and that's the finished artwork. If you want to, please like and subscribe, or leave a comment down below, giving me any suggestions for what I should draw next. Alright everybody, have a good day!
Mimi.